from purity rings to platinum hits. The wild, weird, and wonderfully human story of the Jonas Brothers. From Disney darlings to global heartthrobs and back again. Let's be honest. If you survived the late 2000s without accidentally humming "Burnin' Up" in public, you're probably lying. Or at the very least, you lived under a rock with no Wi-Fi, cable, or teenage nieces. The Jonas Brothers weren't just a band. They were a full-blown moment, the kind of cultural wave that had tweens fainting, parents confused, and Rolling Stone reluctantly asking, wait, are these guys legit? But behind the matching outfits, Disney Channel smiles, and dramatic band breakups lies a surprisingly human and hilarious story of three brothers who went from church sing-alongs to Billboard domination, and somehow lived to tell the tale, with abs, suits, and Grammys in tow. So buckle up, fam. This is the full, wild ride of Kevin, Joe, and Nick, aka the Jonas Brothers. Holy harmonies and Jersey dreams. Before they were pop sensations, the Jonas Brothers were just three musically gifted siblings singing in their living room. Raised in a devout Christian family by a pastor dad and a supportive mom, Nick led the way, performing on Broadway at 6 and releasing a solo Christian album by 2004. Soon, Kevin, Joe, and Nick joined forces, blending guitars, vocals, and brotherly chemistry to form a band powered by faith, talent, and big dreams. Dropped like it's hot, but still had the sauce. In 2006, the Joe Bros dropped their first album, It's About Time. With help from pop gods like Desmond Child and Adam Schlesinger of Fountains of Wayne, it had the makings of a classic, except almost no one heard it. With barely any marketing, the album still sold 62,000 copies. Not bad for three teens in skinny jeans. But their label didn't see the sparkle, and just like that, the Jonas Brothers were dropped faster than a TikTok trend. But here's the twist. The best was just one mouse click away. Disney, camp rock, and the global tween takeover. In 2007, the Jonas Brothers signed with Disney's Hollywood Records and quickly skyrocketed to fame. Their second album went platinum. They guest starred on Hannah Montana and became tween heartthrobs overnight. Their breakout came with camp rock, turning them into full-blown pop culture icons. Joe became the dreamy lead, Nick brought the emotional songwriting, and fans couldn't get enough. Their 2008 album, A Little Bit Longer, hit number 1. They starred in a reality show, toured the world, dropped a 3D concert movie, and even graced the cover of Rolling Stone. Growing pains and guitar solos. With fame came evolution. In 2009, they released Lines, Vines, and Trying Times, leaning into a more mature sound. Translation: fewer bubblegum lyrics, more "we know jazz chords now." Critics nodded, fans swooned, the brothers grew, artistically and emotionally. Nick ventured off to form Nick Jonas and the Administration, because 17-year-olds need soul projects too, apparently. Joe released Fast Life, chasing his own solo dreams. Kevin, meanwhile, dabbled in reality TV, married to Jonas, and proved that suburban married life could be content-worthy. They also starred in Jonas, a sitcom about being famous brothers who go to high school. It was chaotic. Kinda like the Monkees, but with more flat irons and less logic. Still, something shifted. The glitter began to fade. The breakup that broke the internet. In 2013, right before a world tour, the Jonas Brothers did what no boy band ever wants to do. They broke up. No dramatic cheating scandals. No chair throwing. Just creative differences and a lot of very confused fans with freshly bought tickets. And so the Jonas Brothers were no more. Hearts broke. Emo tweets were posted. Tumblr cried. But don't worry, this story has a plot twist, side quests and solo glow-ups. After the breakup, the boys scattered like Pokemon. Nick hit the gym, Seriously, go Google it. Acted in Jumanji and released hits like Jealous. And last year was complicated. His voice, smooth, his eyebrows, sharper than a divorce attorney. Joe, meanwhile, fronted DNCE, an unapologetically funky band responsible for the summer earworm, Cake by the Ocean. It was goofy, bold, and a total vibe. Kevin became the businessman of the group, investing in tech and embracing dad life. And of course, the weddings made headlines. Nick married Bollywood royalty Priyanka Chopra, while Joe tied the knot with Game of Thrones Queen Sophie Turner. Suddenly, the Jonas Brothers were all grown up. Hot, mature, suited, bearded. But something was missing. The glorious comeback, aka the sucker punch. In 2019, the unthinkable happened. The Jonas Brothers were back. Sucker, their first single in 6 years, debuted at #1 on the Billboard Hot 100. The accompanying video was pure luxury, featuring Priyanka, Sophie, and Danielle, the Jonas wives, living their best lives in a Gatsby-esque mansion. Then came the album Happiness Begins, a shiny, emotional, joyful celebration of reunion, growth, and brotherhood. The documentary Chasing Happiness gave fans a behind-the-scenes look at the drama, healing, and hugs that brought them back together. Critics who once brushed them off were now offering real praise. It wasn't just nostalgia, these dudes were legit. More importantly, they were finally owning their identity. Part pop, part rock, part family, and all heart. Why the Jonas Brothers still matter. Here's the thing. The Jonas Brothers were never just a Disney band. They were 3 brothers who chased a dream, got chewed up by the industry, survived the fame machine, and somehow came back stronger. They've shown us the power of reinvention, the beauty of brotherhood, and the importance of doing group therapy if your sibling is also your coworker. Their songs grew with them, from catchy teen anthems to mature pop bangers. And through it all, they remained, well, the Joe Bros. And yeah, maybe we laughed at the purity rings. Maybe we side-eyed the camp rock acting. But you know what? They had the last laugh, still burning up, 20 years later. From church choirs in New Jersey to sold-out arenas and award-winning reunions, the Jonas Brothers have lived 10 lifetimes in the span of one. They've taught us that comebacks are real. Family is complicated but worth it, and you can totally go from Disney cheese to musical legacy if you have killer harmonies and abs sculpted by angels. So whether you were a day one fan, a casual listener, or just here because your cousin made you watch Camp Rock 47 times, we can all agree, the Jonas Brothers are icons. Love this trip down Joe Bro memory lane? Then don't just sit there like you're waiting for a Camp Rock sequel. Smash that like button, share this with your favorite ex-Disney Channel fan, and subscribe for more deep dives, nostalgia bombs, and behind-the-scenes musical journeys. Because just like the Jonas Brothers, we're only getting better with time.